morning, everybody. Welcome to the Mystic's Heart, and welcome to a morning of fun. Some fun with mythology. For those of you that are on Facebook and you are in the Mystic's Heart fan page for the radio show, I'm posting right now the link to the chat room. Okay, and some of you are already in the chat room. I'm really enjoying hosting once a month the Mystic's Heart and being with all of you in the morning to enjoy some good messages. And some of you who were not able to be here with us this morning asked that I would draw a card for you. And so we're going to begin in that way, and we're going to begin with Janet Smith. And Janet over there in the beautiful United Kingdom. And she is working today. Good morning, Becca. So Janet, this card is for you, and it's the card of the Firebird. You know, one of the things I love about mythology goes way back in time to the desire, and I guess it's modern day as well, the desire for us in our human experience to try to understand what we can't see, to try to put words to what's it all about, why are we here, how did this all happen, who's overseeing what goes on every day, is there somebody watching me, is there a purpose to me? All of those questions, and part of the answers that we were able to discern for ourselves came in the form of mythology. And that's not to say that mythology isn't real, because the world and the realms of mythology are very, very real. And the inspiration, the visions, that landscape of mythology provides us some wonderful insights and hopefully a lot of inspiration and fun this morning. So, Janet, it is the Firebird, the immortal light of the Firebird. The message for you is, do not be afraid, be alive. Do not be afraid, be alive. I'm going to read this to you. The light of your soul is timeless, changing only in thought, form, and shape throughout eternity. Knowing this, how can you possibly be fearful of the dark, the death, of the human existence, or of the night? Do not be afraid, be alive. And I know that this is your quest recently, is to really get out there and not work so doggone hard right down to the bone, but to get out there and be alive. To enjoy life. The zest and the zeal is very apparent for all, the wonderful photos that you put on Facebook. So this is an affirmation for you of getting out there and having some fun, some joie de vivre. Let that be the onus of who you are now on this part of your journey. So the Firebird is with you. Good morning, Margaret Spooner. Absolutely. Hey, Carla Joe. Absolutely, for Gail too. Absolutely. Yes. All right. Sonia Davis. She's out there with her baby girl Senya this morning. And I love this one for you. It's the Sasquatch. It's the mythology of the one we call the Sasquatch, or Bigfoot, that I believe, resides in that mythological territory called the ultra-terrestrial territory, that space in between. And one of the things that the Sasquatch teaches us is to walk gently. To walk gently. Sometimes we can be so hard on ourselves and hard on others, and beat ourselves up. The Sasquatch says, no, walk gently through your life, walk gently through your mind, walk gently through your heart. Be gentle with yourself. Be gentle with others. And I think along with that goes the practicing of the pause, right? Practice the pause, they say. So before we speak or before we do anything, practicing the pause is a wonderful way to treat ourselves as well before we want to say something disparaging to our own selves. Practice the pause and walk gently. Walk gently. Good morning, Virginia. Hey, Nikki. Oh, my goodness. What a beautiful, beautiful morning. Thank you for following me here on Spreaker. I really appreciate it. I love our time with the Mystic's Heart. Becca, 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 Becca. The water dragon is here for you. It's the mythology of the water dragon. The water dragon, for me, in mythology, represents water magic and insight. The origin of the mythology of the water dragon comes from the British Isles. It's all about magic, insight, intuition. Becca, your sixth sense is heightened at this time. Pay attention. Pay attention to what you're feeling, to what you're perceiving, not only in your daydreams, but in your night dreams. Those gut feelings that you are getting, pay very close attention. Take note. Take note. Also, taking note of, what do we call them in our human terms? Coincidences is what I want to add to this. Pay attention, be awake and aware, Becca, to coincidences. Spirit is speaking to you very loudly right now because there are also some wisdom teachings that are being revealed to you about your earth walk. So pay attention, be awake and aware to the way Spirit is speaking to you. And if you need assistance with that, if you're thinking, well, geez, yeah, Dana, that sounds great, but I'm really too busy for all of that, invite the presence of the water dragon to be with you, to help you discern, to see, to be awake, and to be aware. It's a beautiful card to have at this time. Yeah. Your intuition is open, and take good care of it. Nurture yourself. Nurture your spiritual gifts, Becca, because they are profound. Margaret Spooner, you beautiful thing. Yes, absolutely. Let's have a card for you. You, my love, are in receipt of a message from the Scarab. I love the Scarab in the Spirit of Mythology deck. The Scarab says this, Margaret. It's time to celebrate. It is time to celebrate you. The Scarab in Egyptian mythology represents the transformer. The Scarab also represents the Rosicrucian teaching about the transformation that happens every day, right? The sun rises, the sun is high in the sky, the sun sets, and then the sun is born anew. The message from the Scarab for you, Margaret, is this. You've come a long way, baby. You've come a long way, baby. Celebrate it. You're not the same woman that you were 6 months ago or 3 months ago, maybe even yesterday. It's time to celebrate that and not shrink from it. Every moment of your life has made you the amazing woman that you are, Margaret, and it's time to celebrate that. Celebrate that. You know, nice talk to yourself. Some nice talk to yourself. I celebrate me, right? And we know that whenever the Scarab shows up, it's also saying, like with Becca, wisdom teachings are being revealed, higher levels of knowledge, maybe about who you are as a woman, who you are on this earth walk. Pay attention and revel in that. Revel in that. It's time to celebrate you and the beauty of you. Good morning, Angie. Good morning, Holly. You're welcome, Becca. All right, Carla Jo. It's the Thunderbird, my friend. It's the Thunderbird, Carla Jo. The Thunderbird says, stay on your path. I'm going to read this to you, Carla Jo. Despite any winds of opposition, self-doubt, or the temptation to throw your hands up in the air and give up, it is important for you, Carla Jo, to stay the course at this time. Continue your walk along the good red road of balance and harmony with Spirit and all living things. The all-seeing eye of the Creator sees your efforts and celebrates your willingness to walk on Grandmother Earth in a good and sacred manner. And Carla Jo, this is your mantra, my friend. Even in the face of life's obstacles, I remain firmly on my soul's path. And we're just going to leave that right there. For those of you that are in the West Michigan area, Carla Jo will be presenting at the Temple Within School of Sacred Studies this Saturday. Pagan Deities. And this is the second in her series, but they are all independent of one another. So please do take a look at schoolofsacredstudies.com and see what she has planned. Gail, this one is for you. And actually, I'm going to draw from the angelic deck for Gail. Okay, and the card that appears for your sister Gail is the Archangel Saint Michael. It is the card of triumph, Carla Jo. It's the card of triumph, the Archangel Saint Michael. It's all about the restoration of balance and the triumph over imbalance. So that is a beautifully fortuitous card for your sister. Nikki Jorgensen. It's the Yeti card, baby. The Yeti card says this: it's lonely at the top. And that is the truth. Sometimes it can be really lonely at the top, right? And sometimes when you're at the top of your game, the pinnacle of doing what it is y'all do, it means that you are subject to perhaps those that wish to toss stones or gossip or any of those sorts of things. It's also a beautiful place for praise and acknowledgement of your gifts and talents. But oftentimes when we're at a pinnacle place in our career, in our walk in life, sometimes that makes us fodder, right? Because we're standing there alone at the top of the mountain, as the Yeti does. And so there we are standing there alone. And so we can be the subject of a malfeasance or benevolence, all of those things. The Yeti says, who cares? Everybody else's opinion of you is none of your business. It's their business. You keep climbing. You keep climbing and doing what it is that you do. Because remember, those who love you will always love you, Nikki Jorgensen. That 20% of the people in your life that love you no matter what, they're still going to love you. 20% of people who aren't going to like us no matter what we do. Boy, we spend way too much time focusing on that 20% is all I can say. And the other 60%, they really don't care one way or the other. So focus on the 20, focus on who you are, keep sharing your gifts and talents. Shine on, baby. Virginia. This one is for you. Oh, it's the Swan Maiden. You're welcome, Becca. You're welcome, Margaret. Okay, so this one is for you, Virginia. It's the Swan Maiden. Oh, I just love this one. The Swan Maiden represents the Valkyrie Shield Maiden. The elements associated with the Swan Maiden are air and wind, and she is mythology born out of Scandinavia. I'm going to read this one to you, Virginia. Virginia, you have lived through many hard-won, sometimes sorrowful battles, both in your physical and spiritual life. Swan Maiden joyfully acknowledges your loyalty to the path of light that you have chosen, and now heralds a time of great prosperity and abundance for you. Be open to receiving the blessings that are coming to you and the way in which they are bestowed. You are divinely protected. And your mantra, my dear, is this: I am a warrior of light. Warriors, in the true meaning of the word warrior, warriors are some of the most compassionate human beings on planet Earth because, as the card says, they've lived through hard-won battles. And they gain the Buddha belly of compassion like Hote. To be a warrior of the light means that your path benefits many. Your sorrows, your triumphs benefit many. It's a beautiful thing. Thank you for that. Swan Maiden. Angie. It's the Griffin. The Griffin, my fellow hockey fan. Dane was just at the Griffins on Sunday, Grand Rapids Griffins. The Griffin says this: be brave. Time to be brave. It's about facing our fears. And for each of us, our fears are different. Things that maybe we're just a little bit hesitant to delve into, step out into. The Griffin says, Angie, be brave. Time to be brave. I face my fears and overcome them with ease. With ease. And sometimes the greatest fear we can have is, what are other people going to think of me? What do other people think of me? And again, the Griffin says, who cares? That's, somebody else's opinion of us. That belongs to them, not us. And so the Griffin says, be brave, be bold, get out there and live your life. Just be you, just do you, Angie. Be brave. And it's also an acknowledgement for those times that you speak up on behalf of others who are fearful of doing so for themselves, Angie. So it's a double message for you. Facing your own fears, stepping up, and also a thank you for stepping up and out for those who are fearful of stepping up and out for themselves. Also an acknowledgement of the potency of your prayers. There you go. It's a lot. It's beautiful. Holly. Good morning, Holly. It's the unicorn for you. Oh, I love the unicorn. The unicorn represents spirit, the ineffable, and light. And of course, the Pegasus comes to us from the mythology of Greece and Rome. The unicorn represents the indomitable light of source, of creator. Some call it the Buddhic light, some call it the Christ light, the eternal light. Let your light shine. Even when we can be so immersed in what we feel are the dark nights and the dark times of the soul, the trials of our human existence, because there's always those, right? The unicorn says, but don't forget your light. Or as Albus Dumbledore says, sometimes it just takes somebody to remember to switch on the light in the darkest places. You are called sometimes into the darkest places, Holly, because of the brightness of your light. Remember to switch it on. Sometimes we can get so consumed by life, right? Oof. That we forget to switch on our own light. Darkness prevails where the light is not fully present. Sometimes, y'all, we have to step in and shine our light because nobody else is willing to do it. Right? The greatest teachers walk through the greatest fires. The brightest lights are called into the darkest places. Why? Because sometimes nobody else wants to do that. For a lot of reasons, they don't want to do that. They can't do it. They can't muster up what it takes to do it. So here we go. And we think, oh my God, do I have to do that again? Is it me again? Why is it me again? Whoa. It's me again. Pegasus says, yep, that's right, because that's how bright your light is. Get out there and shine it. So there you go. Unicorn is walking with you, Holly. Mary Ellen. Sweet Mary Ellen. Oh, I love this for you, Mary Ellen. It's the phoenix. Again I rise, says the phoenix. Rise up. The phoenix says, rise up. It is through the fires of spiritual initiation that we experience many deaths without dying. In those small deaths, we are given a choice to succumb to the pain of growth or to employ it as a catalyst to rise from the ashes of what once was and soar to new heights of wisdom and awareness. Mary Ellen, honor what has been, the knowledge you have gained, and the wisdom that is now yours. Also want to say that from where I'm sitting and tapping into your energy right in this moment. The Archangel Saint Raphael is very present in the room with you and wanting to be acknowledged. So perhaps after this show you might spend a little time contemplating the Phoenix, and a little meditation journey time with the Archangel Saint Raphael. The mantra of the Phoenix is this: I am born anew. That's a good one. That is a good one. You are very welcome. So let's have a group card this morning. I'm going to take a look there on the Mystic's Heart page. See what's happening, if anybody has posted any notes that I need to be aware of. Okay, Marianne Molika, this one is for you. It's the White Hart. The White Hart. Mythology from Britain. Spirit and light. The herald of extraordinary adventure. The White Hart says this. And the White Hart, for those of you that are wondering, but are Harry Potter fans, the White Hart is Harry Potter's Patronus. Right? It's that totem ally, that mythological totem ally that walks with him, overlights him. And, you know, mythological creatures, when we call upon them, the essence of who they are, the archetype and the energies of who they are walk with us. They overlight us. It's very important to know that what we're talking about, what we're sharing in the inspirations are very real. Marianne Molika, let the adventure begin. I'm going to read this to you, my friend. Sometimes we are standing so deep within the forest of our serious nature that we cannot see the beauty of the world that exists all around us and right in front of us. Boy, we all have those experiences, don't we? The magical, abundant, and joyful nature of life is summoning you, and a quest upon the path of your heart's true passion is now called for. It's time to travel, to enjoy yourself, to be of good cheer, and participate in the extraordinary dance of life. I love that. It is extraordinary. This whole human life, woo, it is not for the faint of heart. I'm just going to say that right now. Ever. Janice Francisco. The air dragon. The air dragon is here for you. The air dragon says, Janice, what are you creating with your thoughts? Be mindful of your thoughts. Thank you for helping to teach others to be mindful of their thoughts. Right? Negative Nelly usually has very negative experiences. And Jan Francisco is somebody who helps others understand the potency of their thoughts. It's a beautiful, good thing. And so the air dragon is also asking you, Janice, and what are you creating with your thoughts? April 1st was just the other day. And so for me, April Fools represents the beginning of a new cycle. The beginning of the Fool's journey again. Because we are always in the process of process. We're always in the process of walking through our lives, journeying through our lives, and then comes the question, what's next? What's next? This is a time of what's next. So it's very important that we're mindful of our thoughts, of our words, of the thoughts that we allow other people to interject into our life. Whether it's through music, TV, conversations with other people, what maybe we see on Twitter or Facebook. You know, you don't have to follow all of your friends just because they're your friend. And so if they're sharing thoughts with you in memes or whatever that you feel are disparaging or not nurturing to your spirit, you know, you can stay friends with them, but you don't have to follow them and feed yourself that stuff every day. We have choices. Holly's saying she's going to polish her sparkle today. I love that. Just last night, her mom said she was talking to Raphael. Oh, good. So Mary Ellen, the conversation had already started, and a nice affirmation of that for you today. All right, let's do a group card, everybody. Let's draw a group card. And if I've forgotten anybody, please type a little something there in the live chat to let me know. Don't want to miss anyone. I'm going to draw a card for all of us. We have a new moon on Friday, everybody. New moon says it's time to plant. Time to plant. So on this very auspicious new moon on Friday, be mindful of your thoughts and what it is that you're planting. Maybe you're going to plant some bulbs in your garden. All right, here's the card for all of us. I love this card. It's the Hippogriff. The Hippogriff. The Hippogriff comes to us from Greece. And this is a good one. I'm just reflecting on this card. It says, do not allow your dreams to die. Okay, so this is for all of us. I'm going to read it right out loud. For those of you that are tuning in later, for those of you that are listening right now, this pertains to all of us. Rather than continue to rescue others, perhaps it is time to rescue yourself. Your hopes, your passions, and your peace of mind are every bit as important as they are for those around you. While it is a great good thing to assist the ones we love, it is a slow death to our spirit that occurs when we spend so much time in doing so that we actually deny life to our own desires and dreams. It's time to bring the magic of life back to your reality by refueling your own goals and aspirations. I like that. That's perfect for a new moon coming up. And so our daily mantra, and I will keep this card out for Friday so that I remind myself to repeat this mantra to myself all day on Friday for the new moon. My hopes and dreams come to life and manifest in remarkable ways. My hopes and dreams come to life and manifest in remarkable ways. I love that. Right now, David Fix and I, the astounding artist David Fix and I, are co-creating something very special that I cannot wait to share with each and every one of you. Coming up, hopefully this summer. He plans to work on it over spring break. It's called The Magic of the Mystic Angels. The Magic of the Mystic Angels. And as we're co-creating this, I'm halfway through the project myself for my portion of the project. I always hold in my heart and mind all of you who support our work at the Mystic's Heart. I mean, without each and every one of you, there would be no point in doing it other than to entertain ourselves, David and I. And so the great good care with which we are creating this project called The Magic of the Mystic Angels speaks to how much we appreciate and value the magic and the light of all of you. So I will keep you all posted on that. My sister Barbara Dolknife is calling in at the moment. And for those of you that have a prayer bowl or have a moment to stop and say a few prayers, my elder brother, Guy Dolknife, is in the hospital in Rapid City. I spoke to his wife last night, Angie, and he is undergoing angioplasty surgery today. So if you could hold Guy Dolknife in your loving thoughts and prayers, that would be much appreciated. With that, everybody, get out there and shine your light, because only you can shine it the way that you do. Thank you for being here for me and being here for everyone on planet Earth in the way that you are. Blessings be, everybody. Get out there and shine.